Good afternoon, everybody. This is take two on a live presentation. I just was interrupted by somebody trying to sell me something, and our dog went crazy. And anyway, I apologize about that. If anybody saw that, I've already deleted what I posted because of that interruption. So we're going to go ahead and try it again, folks. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Charles Zito. For you, those of you who don't know who I am an author of a self-published book entitled Corporate America Can Kiss My Ass. This is it right here. It is available on Amazon, or you can buy it from me directly at chipching.com. If you go to chipching.com, please open up a separate web browser because it does not work within the Facebook platform for some weird reason, but all the other links do. It's available on Amazon in hardcover, in the paperback, which you just saw, and also digitally. If you're on a budget, the digital version is only $9.99. The paperback version and the hardcover versions are $25. Now, keep in mind, I'm doing this as a business, folks. I'm doing this from my home. This is how I make my living. This is what I want to do. My goal is to sell a whole bunch of copies of this book, a lot of them, even if it comes down to millions of them. I am not kidding about that. You know, anybody who knows me really, really well knows that I don't kid around about stuff like that. Even though I have a very good sense of humor, that is one thing I will not kid about. So, people have asked me, why did I sit down and write this book to begin with? It all started at a job. I was working this one job in a call center, and I had a coworker who was sitting next to me who was being very, very obnoxious. And he got up, and I was on a call, and he got up and he started getting really obnoxious with me. And the company had a quote unquote open door policy, if you want to call it that, right? So I went and I used their open door policy and complained about said gentleman who was irritating me while I was trying to work. And what did they do? They wrote me up for it. Not him. Me. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Okay? You know, a hard look into the inside look into the walls of corporate America and how you have the power to change it. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Enough is enough is enough. What do I mean by that? Okay. Regular jobs pay every 2 weeks, right? Some pay every week, but most pay every 2 weeks. How does that work in reality? You get paid, pay your bills, be broke for 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, you get paid, pay your bills, be broke for 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, guess what happens? Guess what happens your entire life cycle till you retire? Hamster wheel syndrome. Paycheck to 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 paycheck. And 98% of the world lives that way, and they don't realize there's other ways to do things. Like self-publishing a book about something. It doesn't have to be Shakespeare. It doesn't have to be a work of art. As long as the information that you have in said book or report is valid and people can benefit from it, that's what you're selling. You're selling information. You're not selling Shakespeare. It's information. Now, I've worked in many, many phone jobs over the years, many customer service jobs, whether they were inbound or outbound. I prefer the inbound to the outbound, non-sales to sales. You know, so I was one of those guys who people call in a call center. Hi, this is Charles. Thanks for calling, whatever the name of the company is. How can I help you today? Oh, hi, Charles. I need to get the blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll be happy to get that for you. That kind of thing. And I would do it in a busy environment. And for a while, I didn't mind it so much. But still, there's a lot of mishmash that goes on in corporate America. A lot of it, and I've seen my share of it. I mean, I used to work with a supervisor who it was 800 people that worked in this company. And, oh, by the way, just for the record, I never mentioned any of the companies I've worked for. I do that on purpose, by the way. But I was at this one particular company, and there was this lady who worked there who was a supervisor. And it was like her mission to basically piss everybody off on a personal level multiple times. And that's all she did for like 5 years, is just literally piss off every single of the 800 employees one-on-one multiple times like it was her job to do that. No, that wasn't her job to do that. Her job was to be a supervisor. Now, granted, all the other supervisors in the company were very nice people. They were nice people. Every one of them, very, very nice people. I'm still friends with a lot of them. But that particular individual, when she finally did get fired after numerous complaints by the 800 people that worked there, because everybody got tired of it, they finally let her go. And that day, everybody in that company was like, oh! Why? Because we didn't have to deal with the mishmash from this individual. That's just one example, okay? Well, when I got written up that day, that really pissed me off. It pissed me off, man. Big time. And that's when I started writing my book. And what I'm saying with this is everybody can write a report or a book. Find something you're good at. What are you good at? What are your hobbies? What kind of interests do you have? Do you like to cook food? Do you know how to make a homemade pizza? Are you artistic? Do you like to paint? Are you into landscaping? I mean, it doesn't matter what the specialty is, as long as you can write a simple how-to report about said specialty and people can benefit from that information, go for it. And people are like, oh, I haven't written a book. I don't know how to write a book. I don't know what to do. You know how you start? You just start. That's all you do. You start writing. Pretend like you're writing to a friend. Pretend like you're writing to a friend. You can go back and edit it later, but at least you'll have your file generated. What are your thoughts? Just, start putting them in and go from there. Because you can always fix it up and make it all professional later. Later. Let me get my tongue back in my mouth, Chipsito. Ooh. You can always go back and fix it up later. Okay? And you just want to get your thoughts out on paper. It's important to do that. And if people look at you like you're crazy, so what? If they look at you like you got 5 heads, who cares? All right? Is that going to stop you? If you're weak-minded, it will. If you're not weak-minded, it won't. So don't let it bother you. I mean, I have people pop in and pop out of these, these Facebook Lives all the time. Does it faze me at all? No, not a bit. Because my message is going to be heard, whether they want to hear it or not. I'm still going to broadcast it. I'll be putting this on YouTube as well. Because I'm promoting my book, doggone it. This is my book. Corporate America can kiss my ass. And corporate America really can kiss my ass. Because, I don't have any faith in it at all. I have no faith in corporate America. And the book talks about that, because there's so many things that are just mishmashy. All right? And I'm going to find one and read it to you here. Okay. There are businesses out there that, of course, are more legit trades like auto mechanics, computer work, customer service, if you can find customer service jobs. But that's more regular jobs that use the web to find a customer service job, but working for somebody else and barely making ends meet. So unless it's your own deal where one can make some money, all you'll be doing is spending your time making somebody else rich while you're barely making ends meet, and that is not what the American dream is all about. Somewhere that idea got lost, that you still can't make money in today's world, even with the economy being what it is. Okay. That's a problem, folks. That is a problem. And it's a problem that most people deal with their entire lives. Why? Because they don't know any better. They think, oh, that's the way it is. Because they've been told that's the way it is their entire lives. So they believe that's the way it is. But God forbid, try something on your own. Ooh. You're looked at like an outcast. Why? He's trying something on his own. Oh my God. That's why. Is there any logic to that? No, absolutely not. But people do it. They do it. It happens all the freaking time. And it doesn't need to be like that. It never needs to be like that. But guess what, folks? It is like that. And that sucks. That's why I wrote my book, folks. Because I don't know about y'all. Are you fed up? Are you tired? Are you tired of working for a job that pays every 2 weeks? Are you tired of not having enough money to make ends meet? Are you tired of all the mishmash that goes on at your job with supervisors who have an attitude, an overly inflated ego, and they make your life a living you-know-what because of it just so they can get off on it? I know I'm not the only one who's been there and done that. Come on, this is corporate America we're talking about. It happens everywhere. Every single corporation in America is guilty of this, including other places too, like overseas. It happens anywhere. Anywhere there is a job and people come to work and have a supervisor who has an overly inflated ego, you're going to run into this. Okay, so it's not just here in America. So anybody who's seeing this overseas, my book is available to you too. If you speak English, it's here. Corporate America can kiss my ass. I guarantee you, you will be able to relate to the stuff that's in this book. Now, I'm not just saying that because I'm the author. I'm saying it from personal experience. I've seen so many things happen within the walls of corporate America that just disgust me, that make me sick to my stomach. You know, and it gets old. It really gets old. And then people look at it like it's me. Oh, you're the one who's the problem. All this kind of stuff. And, you know, people might think that because you're thinking traditionally. I don't think traditionally. And I'm glad I don't think traditionally, because thinking traditionally, you know what it does for you? It keeps you broke. Okay? Now, I'm planning on selling at least 1 million copies of this book. People might think I'm nuts. Do you think I care? No, I don't care. Why? I got a freaking job to do, man. I got stuff to do. Like selling a whole bunch of copies of this book, okay? So I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop promoting this thing. In fact, I want to get on TV stations. I want people to see this. You know, I want everybody, every red-blooded American to see this and order a copy of my book, because I'm not playing it, man. You know, I mean, people can think what they want. They can say what they want. They can do what they want. We're in a free country, so you can do whatever you want. But geez, you know, open your minds, folks, because there are a lot of opportunities out there for anyone who will take the time to go for it. And again, writing a simple report about anything that you're good at, doesn't matter what it is, as long as the information is valid and somebody can benefit by reading this information. In my case, I'm just talking about the problems within the world and how you can fix it by self-publishing and making a fortune that way, you know? And even though I have yet to make a fortune, I'm just getting started with this. The book just came out. I'm excited. I'm more excited than I ever have been in my entire life because of that. And again, I don't let anything stop me. I don't let anything faze me, especially if it's negative. If somebody wants to be negative around me, they're going to get a dose of positive energy that they've never seen before. Because I don't play it. I've never played it. People have tried. They try to break that wall. They try to break that wall of positivity with me. And guess what happens? It just gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. The more negativity that is thrown at me, the thicker that positivity gets. Why? I can turn positive or negative energy into positive energy instantly. In other words, I don't let it faze me. Okay? So you can jibber jabber all you want to. Yeah. He's an idiot. He's a this. He's a that. He's unrealistic. He's a blah, 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 whatever. Okay? I'm not going to let that faze me. Why would I? Why would I do something that's stupid? Let something like that faze me when I've got a beautiful book that people need to hear and read. You know, they need to see this for themselves, you know? Because I'm not the only one going through this, man. I mean, Jesus, that is why I wrote this thing, is because so many people are hurting. So many people have a supervisor from, I'm just going to say it, a supervisor from hell, you know? And that supervisor from hell is making their lives a living hell. And they don't want to be there. They're making that low wage, struggling to make ends meet, being in debt, going in that hamster wheel syndrome, and they have no way of getting out of it because they don't know any better. And I'm here to tell you, you can do whatever you want, man. You can do whatever you want in this country. We live in a free country. You can write a book. Oh, I've never written a book. How do I do that? Just start writing. You can go back and edit it later. Just get your thoughts out. And if you have a Windows-based computer, it has voice to text built right into it. And you can use that to your advantage to write the book on whatever subject. Because if you can talk, you can actually make the word processor do its thing. And that's how I wrote my book. Most of it was dictated originally. Most of it was dictated, and then I went back and edited it. And my dog is barking again. This happened earlier today when I had to end the stream. But she's barking about something, and I'm not sure what it is. But I'm not going to let it faze me at all. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Please like and share this video with everyone. If you found benefit from it, if you get benefit from it, please let the world know. I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to order a copy of the book. Again, if you go to chipching.com, do it outside the Facebook platform because for some reason it hiccups when it's within the platform. But it's a perfectly good link. There's no issues with it. Or you can order it on Amazon. It's available on Amazon right now, and you'll have the book in about a week after you order it. And definitely check it out, folks. Anyway, feedback is encouraged. I appreciate hearing your thoughts on this broadcast. Please let me know, and I thank you for your time. Here we go again.